Now, in the third part of the lecture regarding Maxwell's equation, we will see some important problems based on it. So, let us see the first equation. The problem says, starting with Maxwell's curl equations, find Maxwell's divergence equations. As you know, what are Maxwell's curl equations? Actually, there are two curl equations of Maxwell. First one is curl E equal to minus del B by del T, and another is curl H equal to J plus del D by del T. So in accordance with this problem, these two equations are given to you, and you have to find the divergence equations of Maxwell. And what are those divergence equations? These are divergence B equal to 0 and divergence D equal to rho. So we have to find these two equations when these curl equations are given. You can easily find the divergence equation if the curl equations are given. So let us see, or you can start from the Maxwell's first curl equation. We have curl of E equal to minus del B by del T. We know it, or in our problem it is given. Say this is equation 1. Now let us take divergence of this equation 1. So taking divergence of 1, what we will get? This will be divergence of curl of E, and this is equal to minus divergence of del B by del T. And you can write this expression equivalently in this way. This divergence means del dot. This is minus del dot del T B. I have just written in this form for clarification. Here you are observing that there are two operators. Del is a partial differential operator with respect to space, and del T is partial differential operator with respect to time. And you know the space and time operations can be interchanged. So, and at the same time, you know divergence of curl of any vector field is 0. And so LHS of this equation will be 0, and we will just interchange the space operator and the time operator. So what will be this? This will be minus del T del dot B. This is divergence of B. Divergence of B. And in this way, we can see that this del T divergence of B is equal to 0. I have omitted the negative sign, and equivalently we can write it as integral d dt divergence of B dt equal to 0. And what this result refers, you can see this result refers that this divergence of B is equal to 0, and this is one of the divergence equation of Maxwell. So starting from the Maxwell's one of the curl equations, we have derived one of the divergence equation of Maxwell. Now, let us start with another curl equation, which is actually curl H. Curl H is equal to J plus del D by del T. And say it is equation 1. We will again take the divergence of this equation. So taking divergence of equation 1. What will be our result? This will be divergence of curl H, and this equal to divergence of J plus del D by del T. And again, you know, divergence of curl of any vector field is 0. So LHS of this equation is 0, and we can write the RHS as this is divergence J plus divergence del T D. And as you have learnt just now, that these two operators, divergence operator and del T operator, may be interchanged. So we can write this as this is del T divergence of D, and that will be equal to minus divergence J. And as you know, the equation of continuity is what? Equation of continuity is divergence J plus del rho by del T is equal to 0. And so you can write from here this del rho by del T will be equal to minus divergence J. So this minus divergence J can be replaced by del rho by del T. So we can write this del T divergence of D is equal to del rho by del T. And you can see the operator del T in both sides are same, so the function must be same, and we can write from here that this divergence D is equal to rho, and this is another divergence equation of Maxwell. So you have seen how we can derive the Maxwell's divergence equations from curl equations. Now let us take another example for illustration. So in problem number 2, we have to solve this problem. I am writing the problem for your convenience. Starting from Maxwell's equations. Maxwell's equations prove number 1, Coulomb's law, and number 2, equation of continuity. Equation of continuity. See the solution. In fact, you can easily find Coulomb's law, or you can say we can derive Coulomb's law by starting Maxwell's equations. So let us start from Maxwell's first equation, which is actually a divergence equation. So from Maxwell's first equation, we know this is divergence D is equal to rho. Now let us integrate this equation, let us say 1, for an arbitrary volume V, not arbitrary, but here I am just considering a specific volume. Let us consider a sphere of radius r. This is a sphere of radius r and it encloses a volume V, and so we will integrate this equation 1 for this spherical surface, or you can say the volume of this sphere. So integrating 1 over a sphere of radius r. What will be our result? This will be integral over V. V is volume of this sphere, which will be actually 4 over 3 pi r cube, and divergence d dV, and this is equal to integral over V rho dV. And you know from Gauss's divergence theorem, here I am just solving the problem in short steps, as you are now familiar with these concepts. You know that volume integral of divergence of any vector field is equal to the normal surface integral of that vector field in accordance with Gauss's divergence theorem. So from Gauss's divergence theorem, the LHS of this equation will be written as integral over S. Actually, S is this bonding surface, that is a spherical surface, d dot ds, and this is equal to Q. You know rho dV is integral for volume V will be equal to Q. And now we know that this electric displacement vector is related to the electric field vector. In electrostatics, we study this D is equal to epsilon into E, where epsilon is actually the permittivity of the medium, and therefore what we can write the above equation as epsilon is constant. So this will be epsilon integral over S E dot ds, E dot ds, and this is equal to Q. Now, if we consider a spherical surface and on that spherical surface we consider an elementary area, you know in that case the area vector ds and the electric field vector E are actually parallel in same direction, and so this will be simply epsilon into E into S. S is area of this spherical surface, and this is equal to Q. But we know that this area will be what? This will be 4 pi r square for the spherical surface, and this is Q. And so we can write this electric field vector E, this is just magnitude of the electric field vector, and this will be actually 1 over 4 pi epsilon Q over r square, and say this is equation 2. Now, if we consider a test point charge Q naught in the region of this electric field, then what will be the force experienced by that test charge? You know that the test charge experiences a force which is equal to Q into E. So the force experienced by a test charge, say Q naught is given as, how it will be given? This will be actually Q naught into E, and this will be 1 over 4 pi not epsilon naught but epsilon. In case of free space we will write epsilon naught, but here I have taken the general case. So this is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught over R square. As we know, this electric field is in radial direction, and in radial direction the unit vector is r hat, and we can write it as 1 over 4 pi epsilon Q naught over R square, and this unit vector may be written as vector R over mod of R. And so finally we get the expression F equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon Q naught over R cube into R. And you know actually this is Coulomb's law. So we have derived Coulomb's law starting from Maxwell's first equation. Now we will solve the second part of this problem, that in the second part we have to find the equation of continuity starting from the Maxwell's equation. So actually you can derive this equation of continuity on starting from Maxwell's fourth equation. So Maxwell's fourth equation is what? Maxwell's fourth equation. We know this is curl H is equal to J plus del D by del T. Now we will take divergence of this equation. Say this is equation 1. So taking divergence of 1. This will be divergence of curl of H, and this is divergence of J plus del D by del T. And as you know, the divergence of curl of any field vector is 0. So LHS will be 0. And what is RHS? RHS can be written as divergence J plus divergence of del T D. And as we have already studied just now, that these operators, the divergence operator and del T operator, are interchangeable. So we can write that divergence J plus del T divergence of D. is equal to 0. But you know from Maxwell's first equation that this divergence D is equal to what? This is equal to rho. Actually, that is Maxwell's first equation. So we can write divergence J plus del rho by del T is equal to 0. And you know this is actually equation of continuity. So this is equation of continuity. And here I have mentioned that divergence D is equal to rho. As you know, this is Maxwell's first equation. So we have solved some of the important problems based on Maxwell's equations. Now I hope you have a clear-cut concept of Maxwell's field equations.